Hello and welcome to episode 24 of Top Table Live. You are joined by me, Top Table Jay.
And Top Table Lee.
Yay! Well, we've seen Steve and Ben having all this fun live streaming.
Yeah.
And we figured we'd come in and show them how it's done. We've
turn.
started a minute early.
We have as well. Get in.
We're ditching the old 10 minutes late. And you're, of course, joined by us two tonight. And we've got the wonderful Top Table Nick behind the camera eating a lollipop, which I'm pretty jealous about, and making sure that we don't break all the tech things, because we're idiots.
I got mini Twix on the way in as well, so
yeah, it was good, wasn't it?
It's fine.
Here we are, and it is great to be back. It's good that we've got Top Table Live going. And is this your first Top Table Live? No, you did the one where we announced you.
Yeah.
And have you done one since?
Did one with Steve.
But this is our first.
This is our first one, yeah.
Ooh.
How exciting. How exciting.
Oh, look at this. So you have now got about 90 minutes of me and Lee talking absolute nonsense.
And it will be quite a bit of that, I think, to be
Pretty
fair.
much. I'm known for waffling on and going on tangents. I reckon you're very much the same.
I'm known for waffling on and going on tangents.
So do enjoy your 47 seconds of Warcry content in this show.
Right, we said Warcry.
That's it.
We've said it's done now. So
right, let's see who's in this evening. So Glyn Seymour was in bright, shiny, and about an hour early.
He was in the chat before I was at the studio.
He was, yeah, he beat you here. Jay and Lee, there's beers. We don't have beers, unfortunately.
No, I'm driving.
And obviously, one of those bad boys. Good to have you in, Glenberger. Missing you since the weekender, of course. That nice Lee's in. Oh, I don't like that guy. We'll skip past that one. Jog PLC's in. He says, hey. Hello, buddy. Thank you for joining us. Glyn Seymour says, wrapped up in my Top Table gaming hoodie to keep the cold away. It is cold in here.
Yeah.
My job for like mid-afternoon, because obviously the studio is at Element Games, was to come in and put the heater on. And I didn't. And then we gave Nick the job. I'm looking at you, Nick, to plug it in, and he didn't plug it in properly. So it's only been on 10 minutes.
So what did you have to do, Jay? Did you have to phone Steve?
No. Maybe.
Did you have to phone and then ask why it wasn't working?
Correct.
And it's because it wasn't plugged in right, isn't it?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the last time you're going to see Top Table Lee on the stream. But no, good to have you in Jog PLC. Glyn Seymour is hyped for Warcry evening, as we all are.
Yes.
Do let us know your Warcry thoughts and stuff. We're going to dive into that shortly. Jog PLC says, evening, sorry I'm gluing stuff, so comments will be sporadic. What are you gluing together, my man? What are you working on today?
Bonus points if it's Warcry.
Do you want to crack on from Skullmunch?
Yes, yeah. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, sure. Nice one, mate. That's exactly what we're thinking as well. Christian's in, of course. Christian Reeves. Hello.
Good evening, Christian.
You all right at Glyn and at Skullmunch?
What about us?
Yeah, what about? Yeah, we're fine, thank you, Christian. Just lots of interaction. Of course, Ruth's in. Flying Mammal. Hello, my favourite people. Hello, Ruth.
Ruth is an absolute legend, and she is, as Christian is as well.
Everyone
and Sean, you guys, you
so
are hardcore fans, and we really appreciate all the supporting of the channel you do, and you sharing the videos and the links and the live streams and the nonsense that for some reason you guys tune in week out and watch.
And not even that, the content that they put in the group and everything as well. It's always fascinating to go on. Keeps it quite easy for us, really.
Tell me about it. So much appreciated to you all. We love you all, and we can't wait to see you at the New Year shindig, which we're going to talk about at some point, because I've only just remembered about it.
Excuse me. Where are we next? Oh, Matt Prescott, evening all. Good evening, Matt.
Good evening, Matt. How are you?
Stream Elements bot. That's Steve, I think, so I don't need to worry about
Steve's robot spy is in.
There we go. Yeah, just a bit more.
Everyone's chatting up.
Yeah, everyone's chatting. That's good. They don't need us at all, really, do they, mate?
No.
But we're here, so
let's have a look. Who else we got? Reese Taylor's in. He says, "All right, guys, how do Reese? One of our local Middle Earth players." Chris was telling me a story this afternoon about you nearly bought a Smaug at the Weekender. Oof. Because you didn't, all I'm going to say is that you need to reassess your life choices, my friend, because that is one big bad ass piece of resin. So we got Reese in. Frederick Schulz is in. Guten Abend. Good evening. Paul McElroy's in. Evening all. Local player as well.
Oh, good stuff.
Middle Earth. Picked up Moonstone at the weekend at Gotham Samaria.
Nice.
Absolute legend of a dude, so thank you for checking us out, my man. Flying Mammal says, yay! Jog PLC says, hi, guys. Everyone's saying hello, and I love the fact that we've got a wicked little community, chatting. And
in YouTube
they're all
comments
friends
as
now.
well.
I know, right?
Which are renowned for not being...
Flying Mammal was in at 1 p.m.
Yikes. That's next level, that.
I love you a little bit more right now. Cosmic
brilliant.
Salmon says, hello, good evening, Cosmic Salmon. Everybody who's in the chat, let everyone know what you play, where you're from. We're all trying to make friends here and share your Warcry stories or just your hobby stories. Reese says, what you guys up to hobby-wise? What have you been working on? Now, usually we do open with that, so perfect segue.
Nice.
So what have you been doing, Lee, since the Weekender? Let's Weekender was awesome.
Yes. thoroughly enjoyed
partied,
that.
we had fun.
We did.
Steve partied more than most, and it was obvious.
Yeah.
What have you been doing since the weekend, hobby-wise? Probably not a lot
hobby-wise.
because of a big life event coming.
This is it.
Tell
Yeah.
the fans.
So, for those that don't know or those that are new, my wife and I have got twins due imminently, as in within the next three weeks or so. So a lot of my stuff, unfortunately, mate, has been moving stuff out of the house into the garage.
Destroying the hobby room and building the cots.
Kind of, yeah. So I've got stuff split around, and it's all. I've still got everything, and I've still got a little corner to paint in and stuff. But I've been busy doing grown up things, really.
Yeah.
So not an awful lot for me, mate. Although I have going. I know it's about Warcry tonight, but I've recently played 2 games of Middle Earth.
You've been learning the mother game, haven't you?
This is it. So
Nice.
I'm a fan now. I'm a convert to that. And but my first week I had a game of Warcry with my friend Christian Woodward, the other fantastic painter Christian.
Oh,
We've
he's
got a
amazing, isn't
yeah,
he?
he's an absolute babe of a chap as well. He's absolutely
Didn't
great.
he win the salute painting competition last year?
Yeah, for his fisherman,
he's
Guild
a
Ball fisherman,
beast,
absolutely
yeah.
insane. I gave him a run through of Warcry, but I'll come back to that in a bit. But yeah, so switched him onto it, absolutely loved it. So not as on one hand, not as much as I'd like to have done maybe, but actually quite a bit now. I'm looking back on it.
Some is a win.
But some, yeah. What about you, mate?
How well before that? Tell us about your adventure into Middle Earth, my friend. Have you found it? Because obviously this channel has always had Middle Earth at its heart and its
Yeah.
core, and you've never played it.
No.
So you are going in completely fresh and new. Because
Yeah.
me and Steve had played it for years. Ben had played it for years. You were
Yeah.
the non-Middle Earth guy.
That's it, yeah.
What's it like?
Welcome. I almost thank you, yeah, thank you very much. I almost thought it was like a bit overhyped. No, I mean going into it.
No, okay.
And then Ben very kindly lent me 500 points of Isengard Uruk High, and
Yep.
it ran me through. We went through, but I think it was just going to be a couple of turns, but we ended up having a load of fun.
Oh, you were playing on the beautiful Luke board,
and we were
weren't
playing
you?
on playing on Luke's board as well, so that really added to it. And it's different, but it's straightforward, but it clicks. But there's loads of really granularity to it. Like
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
load of thingy. So I get paid this week, and I'll be looking at picking up maybe a box of scouts, a couple
You've
of
been in
leaders.
the group chat looking for recommended
Yeah,
purchases. It's worked.
like, what about this, guys? What about this, guys? Really enjoyed it. My second game was against Nige Helm.
I
Local
love
boy,
Nige.
and he's a top lad.
That's a
So
legend.
he brought some Moranon Orcs, and I felt a bit snide because I was supposed to be playing Isengard list against him, but Ben left it at home, so I had to use a tournament list that Ben had took to an event that weekend.
Did you stomp Nige?
We had a gentleman's agreement and called it a draw, but I think it would have gone my way.
Very nice.
I know Night's probably watching, so it's fine. So yeah, actually, I've been pretty busy, mate.
Were you
In
enjoying it?
hindsight, I've loved it. I was if we weren't doing tonight, I'd have been in there now playing.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah, but I'm glad you sat here with me, brother.
Oh, yeah,
That
me
is where
too.
it's at. Good stuff. So me, what have I been doing hobby-wise? So after the weekender, I think I said in the last live stream, I'm going to have a little bit of a break because like hobby max with the job as well.
Yeah.
And my plan was to paint an AOS army because I was at a Blood and Glory tournament, which is this weekend.
Yeah.
Don't laugh, Nick. I'll tell the world what you said about my painting.
Ooh.
I actually showed Nick, like, because I'm doing like a monochrome thing,
Yeah. Oh,
and he
yeah.
legit thought it was still the grey plastic. Yeah. But, so, I did say 2 weeks ago I'm going to be working on my corner. I've done nothing,
Right.
and I leave Friday morning to paint an
You've
AOS.
based them.
Yeah,
Coke
I think that
based
was
it.
done then, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's been done for like 6 weeks.
Oh, right.
So I've got an AOS army to paint.
Well, no, corn, all red. Gracie, that Blood Angels red. That Hellboy figure I did looks well
That's
decent.
cool. No, I'm going to stick to my scheme. It is just kind of like black through blue and grey up to white, like a monochromatic thing.
Okay.
So I can bash them out. So I'm going to go Series D, dry brush crazy, and dual wield the bad boys. And get
Ooh,
them done.
nice. You need to make a video with that. Dual wheel driver.
God help the world. Anyway, so that is what I am up to hobby-wise. And of course, I'm at Blood and Glory this weekend. Nick's come in because he's an
Nice.
Element Games saviour. He's coming working for Element for the weekend because I
What a
love
guy.
him. He's my hero. And so I'm going to be getting drunk with Lordy and Marley. I'm playing AOS.
Fantastic.
And Nick's probably going to be dadding me and stopping me breaking the camera I'm taking to make a hobby vlog, which we have discussed at length.
You just have to get like a harness and strap the camera onto it.
We've booked like an Oktoberfest kind of Saturday night, go and drink steins and dance on the tables thing.
Oh man.
And like I'm just going to get wasted, and Nick's like, I'm going to come and look after the camera. I'm like, that would be wise. So Nick's going to save us from breaking into the camera. But hobby-wise, not a lot, but I'm super looking forward to this weekend because I run millions of events.
Yeah.
I never play in them, so it's going to be fun.
It's going to be ASAP, mate.
That
Pretty
is
jealous,
my hobby.
actually.
Right, let's see what's going on in the chat, and then we're going to dive into Warcry. So get your questions for us ready, or the parts of the game, or what's coming, or what has already come to pass. Little Lord of the Rings thing now. Get that ready so you can throw it in the chat. So we've got Skullmunch is saying hey to Reese. Reese is working on his Mirkwood Armoured Elves. Jog PLC is working on the Iron Golems. Lovely. Matt Prescott says good to hear. See the pics on Facebook look great. Cosmic Salmon, have you guys seen the new Battleforge boxes announced? I'm looking forward to getting the Gloomspike kits. We were looking at those while we were eating dinner. Really,
the
Christmas bundles. I literally had a quick look at the article as we were running in here to set up, so not in depth, but the Nighthaunt one looks stacked.
I've only seen the 40k
like
one.
4,000 million models in.
All Chainmask for bet as well.
No, there was Chainmask, Grimghast, and a few others. So do go and check out the new Warhammer community article. They always do like big box sets for Christmas, which is like half an army in a box, and they do one run of it. Well, they do one run of everything. They do one run of it. It sells out. You can't get it. Like last year, they did a Wicked Daughters of Cain one, and they actually did the cities that they've used in the recently released Cities of Sigmar book. So that was a very, very early. Here's what's coming, because they did the Hammerhal and the Grey Water Fastens and stuff. They were mega. So do go and check that out. But they look sweet, and I love AOS, so I'm down. Top Table Gaming is in, so that's got to be Steve, and he says yo yo. Steve, you're too old to use a word like yo, my friend.
Two winky faces, it's definitely Steve.
He loves his winky face and peeps and lol. But you're not pulling it off, pal. No good talking. Glenn says, how are you, Lee? How's Hellboy going?
I'm very good, thank you, Glyn. Hellboy, I've not actually done much with it since the demo games ran out the weekender, but it sat there waiting for my extended leave between November and January to, if I get 6 minutes to myself, maybe.
Are you off for 3 months paternity?
I've been I've blagged it. Yeah, I've done all right. I just, 2 weeks paternity leave, 2 weeks holiday, 2 weeks unpaid, and then that goes into when we'll be finishing for Christmas anyway. And I've said I'll be working from home.
Oh, mega.
Between then and January anyway, so bonus.
That is sick. Lee Dalbekin's in.
All right, Lee.
Good evening, Lee. Local legend. And he is painting some stuff for Assault on Element. So exciting. Have you noticed that they've dropped the Roman numeral now? We won't go into that. We covered it last week.
My favourite thing about that was Steve goes, "No, there's no Romans on Ultramar." I was like, good point.
He's got us there.
It's really like stupid logic.
But for those of you who don't know, Assault on Element is a 1 day 40k event that the Top Table team are running. It's been championed by Stephen Ben.
Yep.
And that's going to be at Element Games, and it's very much focused on smaller points and new players, and just coming and hanging out and learning the game together and playing. And the living legend that is Little John,
Little Johnny Harris,
is going to be here helping us with the rules and all that sort of stuff. So we're having a little December get together to learn 40k, and Steve is super excited. It's starting to do really well.
Yeah.
So if you fancy coming playing in our awesome environment and hanging out with us and playing some 40k, check it out.
Might see if Johnny can knock me a 1,000-point list together then.
Oh, he's got you covered. Flying Mammal is from Oxford. We know.
Oh, right.
And she plays Warcry. Used to be Warcry.
That's it, yes.
Mrs. I don't want to play this new game. I'm going to call it Warcry. That's all. But now she loves it. She is. Did you see? Were you here on this? You were here. You see the costume?
I didn't get a chance to speak to her, but I saw her in it, and it looked really cool. So really good work on that.
Winner of the Weekender 2 Cosplay Award.
Marvellous.
Which was, we obviously knew Ruth was going to win, so we got like a Karate Kid shaped trophy, like the kick. It was dope. I was very excited.
And the thing is, only one person is ever going to have the Weekender 2 Best Cosplay Award, because there's only ever been one Weekender 2.
Very true.
So there you go. Check that for eBay now. Check eBay for that. I mean,
correct. Top Table Game, he says, I'm Steve. I play Middle Earth 40k and Tiddlywinks. I'm from the God's Land, Manchester, and I love TTG. Nick, can you block and remove this strange person from the chat, please? Actually, don't block Top Table Gaming, it might freak YouTube out. Skullmunch says, easier to list what I don't play. The list is shot. Mate, feel you there. We were eyeing up Conquest 10 minutes ago. Stream's going to start telling Lee, look at this new game we've got in.
I just happened to say, that Conquest looks good, doesn't it? Like, there's one in the shop. I was like,
just run off like kids. Toys!
It's for the channel.
Tom D's in. He says, hello. Good evening, Tom D.
Hello, Tom.
Good to have you in, my friend. Reese Taylor says, going to get myself a Smaug for a Christmas treat, Jay. Didn't want to get it at a weekender because I need to finish my Elves for Skyrim. That's pretty bad.
that's the sort of mindset you need in this hobby.
That's the sort of mindset I've never had.
Yeah, and that's why if I was more like that, I wouldn't have at least 1,000 points of every single Grand Faction or Grand Alliance in AOS still on sprues in boxes in my garage.
It's what we do, isn't it?
It's what we do, mate.
We are plastic fiends. Matt Prescott says, still not bought Warcry yet, hoping you will convince me to buy it. Watch me work, my friend. It's a game you don't want to miss out on. And Skullmunch saying, yo, Steve.
No winky face.
No winky face. Cosmic Simon, I should finish the Untamed Beasts with my friends. Yeah, the Untamed Beasts, out of the two in the starter set, they're definitely, I think, the more fun to paint.
A lot of pointy bits.
Yeah,
I didn't paint them, but
I like the Iron Golems were painful for me, and they were the ones I was looking forward to.
Yeah,
I quite like painting flesh and furry underpants.
I wonder where this is going.
Untamed Beasts, they're the
there
ones
is something like the Untamed Beasts look very like. I think you could have a lot of fun with going for like a He-Man sort of colour theme with them, purely because of the furry underpants sort of vibe and the big oversized swords. Like,
the pose is perfect.
Yeah, you could go proper Saturday morning cartoon with that.
That'd be well cool. Skullmunch says, I love that Lee's playing Middle-earth SPG now and he's going with a great army. I missed something off what I've got going on hobby-wise. So, we've got a Leodis versus Element thing going on for Middle-earth, and I'm rubbish at painting. And I mean, when I say rubbish, I'm okay at painting. I'm just rubbish at getting things done, as I discussed in my corn army. The legend that is Gaz Baller is painting me a Hunter Arcana. He's opened it. He's actually opened. It was perfect timing because I said it as a joke, and then he sent me the link of something he created 2 days ago. He's made his own little painting commission service. Right, so I was like, I'm your first customer.
That's extra salty for me because I said it in our WhatsApp chat. I was like, jokingly, haha, I might ask Gaz Baller to paint me some stuff.
Snooze you lose, brother.
And then
snooze you lose.
So I wonder where you got the idea from.
Up. But no, so we had a chat, and Gaz is painting me a glorious Hunter Arc army.
Because you don't need an awful lot of models for Middle-earth as well, which is another thing I really like about it.
Yeah, but then you're me, and I've sent him like 70 models. I'm just like, when I get stuff commissioned, there's nothing worse than going, I want to change my list, and I need 5 more dudes. So I've just gone
2 of everything.
Every hero, 48 on foot, 12 on warg, then 12 wargs, loads of dismounts. Sorry, Gaz.
Good job, I like painting green.
He's a ledge, and one thing I've loved over the last 6 months is checking out what Gaz has been doing on the Top Table community group. He posts an hour ago a week. That's kind of his thing.
Yeah.
And his painting is just, it's mega. So I can't
good.
wait
It was good to start. It was neat and good to start anyway. And it's just seeing it like it's almost seeing it in real time.
Yeah,
pretty disgusting.
It's crazy. So I can't wait to show you all what Gaz is working on for me. He is a ledge.
Looking forward to that.
If you're in Gaz, he is usually lurking. Do share the link to your commission thing if anyone wants some stuff done.
But nobody click it till I've had a dibs.
Okay, so Flying Mammal says, give Jay 2 minutes, you'll be hooked, Matt. That's what I do. Hey Sean, woohoo, SPG Lee. People are loving having SPG Lee here tonight.
Yes.
Come on, bud, you take over. We'll catch up on the comments, and then we're going to dive into Warcry.
Okie dokie, where
Somewhere.
Oh yes, that's it. I was watching them go up as well, but then that's fine. That's why I'm guessing fine. Yeah, see, this is it. Matt knows the score. That's why he's tuned in, because he wants to be sold. Top Table gave in. Hey Nick, love you. Heart, 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 heart. Cheers, Steve. Thanks for that. Really adding to the conversation, mate. You can do it, Jay. Of course he can. Of course he can, Ruth. Goes without saying. I believe. Absolutely goes without saying. Reese saying, Jay, do you need to borrow some corn demons?
I would love to, but I'm going to say no, or I'll never finish a project. But if you've got 3 Bloodthirsters, Scarbrand, and 20 Fleshhounds, send me a message. And we will talk.
In the scheme that Jay desperately wants to paint. Glyn, Warcry for the win, and loving the Cypher Lords. I've seen them a lot.
So do you know what's interesting, right? Let's dive into Warcry. Right, it's been out a good few months now.
Mm-hmm.
We did loads of stuff on launch. We were all so into it. We even went to the open day. It's now a good couple of months out, and it's interesting now. The dust has settled. The people who love it, love it. The people who don't are playing the next new shiny thing.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on Warcry?
I'm glad you brought that up. When it first came out, obviously with Punks, it looked cool. It was the scenery sold it for me.
Yeah.
The small plain area double sold it, and then the cards, like the play cards sort of thing. I was like, yes, it's exactly what I need. Like, it's completely different every time you play it. Absolutely brilliant. Played a few games and then just sort of like, didn't play anymore for a little bit. And I was sort of like, I was umming and ahhing about whether to get rid of like my models, keep the scenery obviously because you can use that for anything on the cards. But I was umming and ahhing about it. But then when I had the demo game that I played with Christian the other week,
yeah,
just I was like, Yeah,
it's here.
This is fun. I'm really enjoying it. He was really enjoying it. Because I just said, right, I said, we'll just do a couple of turns, just to give you a flavour for it, because I don't think I'm going to be playing it much more. But I ended up like drawing a load of cards. We like got into it, and it was like a 3-turn mission.
Okay.
And it's like you just got to get something that's 6 inches high directly in the middle of the board.
Okay.
And we went for it. So I had my Splinter Fang. He had his amazingly painted Cypher Lords, and we were just doing disgusting horrible
Christian's
things to
always
each
great
other.
fun to play as well, and you're alright, I suppose.
Yeah,
so it's going to be fun.
Well, he rolls terribly, and I roll terribly, so
it's like a fair game.
It really is. It's completely levels the playing field. He won that one, but it was we just actually thinking about it and this, that, and the other. I think it's because I didn't feel like I had to be on playing it, because it was just a demo against a good mate, rather than say playing somebody I've never met before at the nights we had here. So I think it's back up there again now. It just takes that little shot in the arm after a little time to think about it.
I think one of the many that I'm going to ramble about tonight, beauties of it, is the fact that you can literally, like you say, you can take a couple of months out, and it's a small board, small footprint, low model count. You can just whack it on the table and play, and the bulk of it sticks. It's not like when you come back to a war game and you're like, oh, how does this all work? Like, because, and the absolute beauty of this game, one of the reasons I fell in love with it, is you've got this you've like, look at the card system. There's no words, which I still don't agree with, but you've got such a base level of just, here's your 3 stats and here's your attack profiles.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, including me, did make early videos, and I'm like, I'm worried it doesn't have enough depth for me. But the beauty of it is, once they interject the battle plans and some of the unique abilities, like, the depth is just there, and the game just explodes, and it's so good. And it's what makes it, like, no 2 games will ever be the same with the amount of variety in the battle plan cards. And we've got, 14 factions, soon to be 15 with the Spire Tyrants. Did you see them?
They look right. Okay, so back in. But well, they're saying about the cards absolutely make it, because when I was setting up with Christian, I said, look, mate, like Middle Earth game overran, so I don't want you to be like late for your last train home or whatever. I said, we'll just set up and we'll just go at each other. But then I was like, actually no, let's just draw a card. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, let's carry on. And it made it, if we'd have just done a go forward and hit each other, you've missed out, you've taken out 90% of the game. They make it, and I think the deployment cards and stuff, you could just feed into other other systems.
Oh, 1000%. Well,
you could just say, like, because for example, Middle Earth, you've got like a hero can have X amount of people in a unit, and you might not have any more than say 3, 4, or 5 units in your game. Well, there you go. They can come on 1, 2, 3. Have a dagger shield, and then they could come on similar. I was just thinking, like, how to get, how to ring
40k. It's like the open war in 40k, and it exists in AO. Those battle plans do actually exist in all the core GW games. They've always been like an alt format and a side format. They've never been kind of the core engine driving the scenarios, but it's definitely one of the many things that appeals to me.
So I'm gonna get my Splinter Fang finished painting, hopefully before.
Snaky boys.
Yes.
Can't go through doors though.
What?
The little snakes
can't go through doors.
Beast room mark. It's a
it's
a silly thing.
Good job I didn't go through any doors, but that's good to know. Does that mean they can't climb ladders?
I wonder if they FAQ'd it. Pass. But I do remember reading, because they got the beast room out, they can't go through doors.
That's very
They're only on a little 25 base, and they fit through. But anyway,
that's fine.
Let's do a bit more comments, and then we'll talk a bit more. Glyn is loving the Cypher Lords. Now I have to say, Cypher Lords are, and I flitted a lot. Like, I was in love with the Corvus Cabal, then I was in love with the Unmade. Now the dust has settled, and I started with the Iron Golems. So I'm working.
Of course, mate, it's you, isn't it?
The Cypher Lords are probably my favourite to use. So Nick will remember this. In the early days of Warcry, we had some like dojo days, didn't we, where we'd literally play 10 games in a day, and we'd just sit in here all that side. It's like, we're going to hang out for the day, and then it was just Warcry till close.
In your adult nappies.
That's
so
it.
You don't move.
And I have to admit, we one of our local players, John, Cypher Lords player, he was like, I'm not sure how they work. And then we had a phase where I'm like, try this list. And he was like, that works. And then I'm like,
John Hart.
And and then he was like, well, what about and by the end of the day, we all got really fluent with Cypher Lords, because we were either using them or playing against them. And like, just the fact that they can, the movement shenanigans and stuff. So I do love the Cypher Lords, Glyn. So you make a lot of sense, my friend. Green Tree says, evening everyone, sorry I'm late. Well, it's not acceptable, is it?
Do you know what? He's never late for Middle Earth ones, is he? I mean, thanks.
What have I ever done to you? I'm only kidding. Steve Bonar's in. Good evening, Steve.
Hi, mate.
He says, hi guys. What's the current state of Warcry gameplay and balance? Okay, this is a pretty meaty subject. So we'll start with gameplay and balance, and we'll start just my opinions on the game. I think the game, if you use the full deck of battle plans, is massively imbalanced.
Yeah.
Going to throw that out there. They are the most fun way to play the game.
Yep.
But me and Nick, we experimented a lot with them in the early days, and there was 2 or 3 instances where Nick would put models down, I'd put models down, we'd go through the setup, and bet you've won.
Yeah.
Like, I can't reach the objective in the game in 3 turns.
Yeah.
And that's not a bad thing design-wise, because they've got 3 decks of like 30-odd cards. There's however many million combinations. There's no way they're getting every permutation of 4 cards to balance. So that doesn't work. So one thing we switched to doing is we use the 12 in the book. So we use the 12 match play scenarios in the book, and I think 12's enough. Like, not many games come out with 12 scenarios out of the bat.
Yeah. Like,
12 scenarios is hugely varied, plus the 16 faction you could use within, and those 12 in the book are the best. It tends to be like asymmetrical terrain, always opposing deployment. The objective is either an equal amount of objectives or it's a center point, and it's basically, it removes a lot of the look of deployment and board side and terrain, and just makes it a pit of warband versus warband. And I feel like balance wise that is the best way to play.
I'd agree with that. The game had it against Christian. At first we just set up scenery ourselves, just like got it, went asymmetrical as possible, plop something in the middle, but then flick through the book for like twist cards and stuff. I was like, actually the deployment's not far off that, so we set, and we got everything out of the book because I didn't have any cards or anything with me, and yeah, it worked. The game flowed really well, and it absolutely makes it. So I'd agree with that, definitely.
Yeah, it's wicked. So that is kind of my big kind of feed for you on gameplay and balance. Definitely use the match play scenarios. Other than that, I think it's fantastic. We will talk about warbands. We'll chat about that a little bit later on, but that is also a very good talking point. Flying Mammal says, every game I have had seemed very, very balanced. Unless you get objectives, then fewer models aren't as good. Yes, one thing I have found, and whenever I build a warband in Warcry, and I was chatting to good buddy pal Russ Charles about this week, I feel like if you don't put 9 models in, that's kind of like my baseline, you're in trouble, because we've seen how easily things can be alphaed and how quick things can die. If you lose 2 or 3 models quickly, and most of the scenarios revolve around models in board quarters or models on objectives, if you've only got 6 models left halfway through turn 1, you're in trouble. You just, at that point, a tournament player will just not engage you and just have more models in the area. So like, I definitely think numbers are key, and I always try and build my warbands from 9 as a baseline. And like, me and Nick have tried a lot of Flesh Eater lists, and we've gone like big stuff heavy, and the one I preferred was with 9 ghouls and then 2 big things, because I feel like numbers are key. And
and you're not shifting the big ones.
Exactly. And interestingly, one of the things a lot of us locally were chatting about when we're playing games is sometimes it doesn't feel like a tabletop war game. It's like a game of chess, like the one we did with the Gits and the Nighthawk. It's all about movement, like combat and your attack profiles. I mean, hitting the enemy player.
It was only a 24-minute video, but it was a
24-hour film.
It was crispy, that one.
It was. And the thing is, like, hitting the enemy and all that stuff, I actually think that's secondary in Warcry. Movement is how you win games, play games, and interact. It's all movement.
If you don't need to fight, don't fight.
Correct.
Exactly. It's fun. Yeah, it's good getting a load of dice and chopping people down. But if you absolutely don't need to, then
you've got to always make sure it's on your terms. If you do, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But, it's fantastic. And Flying Mammal and Andy Burdis of Blackjack Legacy, the legend he is, had a fantastic game at the weekend. I was watching. That was a nail biter at points, and I love that every game of Warcry tends to give you a big narrative moment to take away, chat about, and laugh about.
They're the 3-hour narrative moment.
I adore that. It's amazing. Glenn Seymour says, hope you're enjoying AOS chat. I am. Now, I've played AOS on and off for years. It's never something I play at the club. No. Time. But like twice a year, the community is amazing for Age of Sigmar. Like
here especially as well.
The stigma of GW communities, beardy, horrible, not nice people, it's not true.
No.
It just isn't true. And I can definitely say that for AOS. And I just go to a couple of tournaments a year, play on the bottom tables, have a laugh, usually get drunk, and just spend time with nice people.
Yeah.
So I love AOS, and I probably always will. Steve Bonner says, Flying Mammal, gotta love loads of models options. You do. There is tons. Skullmunch, I have a Warcry question. When you start a campaign, do you mark off the first cycle on the tracker before your first game? I don't know.
No idea.
I have no idea.
I've not even looked at the campaign.
And there probably isn't a book in it. Nick Top Table Nick is ripping the headphones off. He's ripped the shirt off. He's in Hulk mode.
No, put your pants back on, Nick.
And he's running to go and get a Warcry book. Give us 5, man. We'll answer that one. Flying Mammal says, what a star, guys. Gaz Baller is a baller. He's a star, and we love him.
Ball by nature, innit?
Boom. Glenn Seymour, Warcry is a very easy game to play, but one that's full of depth and flavour like a good whiskey. I would agree with that. Steve Bonner, Jay, tell Lee about my horde army you faced at Scouring. I think this is the one where I cheated.
Oh, what?
Yeah, not intentionally. I apologise. So basically, I used to always do a thing at Middle-earth events where James Baldwin of the Drowned Earth used to be my own commission painter back when we met playing SPG. And I'd always do a thing at like Manchester events where I'd go, here's a commission for a new army, bring it to this event. And I'd literally take it off him and use it. Yeah. Like that was kind of my thing. And I gave a very powerful model a very powerful special rule it doesn't have.
Oh, okay.
And I hit Steve Bonner really hard and tabled him really quick with it. Ooh. And then I was deploying my army for game 2 against the wonderful Calamine. And he's like, what's your list? I'm like, I've got this model, and this model's got the Burley rule. And he's like, no, he doesn't. That's ridiculous. I'm like, I've got to go and apologise to someone from that. Steve, I'm sorry. But no, Steve has some wicked armies, and we all know Steve paints 4,000 models a week. So if anyone can work on a horde army, it's Steve. Guy's a legend. And apologies again for cheating like 4 years ago.
Oh, I'm very sorry to hear about that, but I am not surprised. Steve,
Terry Bass says, suggestions for the best place to order WC Warcry dice and counter holders, please. Okay, so dice I'm not sure about.
Don't know.
I actually know. There is one place I know, and it is actually going to be the place I recommend the counter holder from. So have you seen, and Nick might be able to grab it, the beautiful one that I've got from Wildstorm Designs. Oh. So it's a subsidiary of Wildstorm Games. We're just sending him running.
Just stay in there, we'll shout if you need anything else.
They're based down south somewhere, and they have done a beautiful Warcry holder in real wood, and it's got the VP counter, and it's got the slots for the dice for doubles, triples, wild dice, and they're built for the actual official Warcry dice, or 16mm die. What a ledge. Don't throw it.
I thought he was going to do it.
I know, right? So this is my recommendation for the dice counter. It's by the wonderful Wildstorm Designs, and it's got the VP dial, and then it's got slots for turn, wild dice, triples, quads, doubles, and it is absolutely beautiful. And I believe these guys are also doing some faction dice. They have sent me. I'd love to show them off, but I'm not going to send Nick anywhere again. Don't worry, Nick. No, it's fine. They won't see them on camera anyway, mate. Beautiful Iron Golem and Untamed Beast dice. So do go and check out Wildstorm Designs. Tell them we sent you. They do good stuff.
I can say as well, I used this when it was fresh out of the box.
Oh, you did the night it came.
I used it in my game against John Hart, and that was a great game anyway. But this really made it because I got absolutely taken to town in that game.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
But I used this, and it was a fantastic bit kit, and I'm definitely going to pick one up now that I'm actually going to be playing Warcry again.
Yeah, good. So, Top Table Gaming's in. Steve's chirping up. Of all the new stuff released or leaked to be released pre-Christmas, what is rocking your world? So there are 2 things coming that we have seen and had confirmed, and the first is the Tomb of Champions book.
Ooh. I've not seen that one. What's that?
We've only seen an article about it, like the announcement right now. So
okay.
Interestingly, it's called Tomb of Champions 2019.
Okay.
So there's a lot to be read into the fact that it's yearly. So think of like your General's Handbook.
Yeah.
So one thing they have been super open about is letting us know that it's going to have all the cards in for all the AOS factions, because obviously they've gone out of print.
Yeah. No.
And so it's going to have all the cards in for all factions, and then they've said it's going to have more too. So the rest is speculation. So the fact it's called 2019.
Yeah.
It could have points changes for models and erratas for profiles.
Yeah.
Very much expecting that. But I have one more suspicion. And do you want to know what I've got to base this on?
Yes, go on.
Absolutely nothing.
They're
hoping.
They're the best sort of stabs. Go for it.
Yeah, I reckon it's going to contain new profiles, champion profiles for the Warcry warbands.
Yes, I think.
And I think it's needed.
For my Nighthorn, I'd definitely like to see more champion sort of vibes going on there.
Yeah, man.
Because I know the execution's coming, but I've not managed to not had a game to run him out because I was like, yeah.
The thing is as well, I think the other side of the coin, the Warcry warbands need more. They don't have the variety that the AOS ones do. Like every AOS army can build shooting, can build melee. Like the Warcry warbands are a lot more restrictive in range of profiles and stuff. So I feel like each of them is going to get more injected to it. I had a theory in a video months ago, which is I think every Warcry warband will get a second box.
Yeah.
that will have different profiles.
That'd be interesting.
And an alt leader. Because that's quite cool, right? So that, because obviously, again, look at the AOS ones. Some of them have 3 to 4 leader options.
Yeah.
Your Warcry ones, usually 1.
Yeah.
So that's what I expect from that.
That would be really cool, actually, because like the Splinter Fang, like their leader is pretty cool, but they seem like quite one-dimensional. Really, it's like okay, Splinter Fang. Okay, so you poison people. That's what you do. And then Untamed Beast, well, they can do everything really.
That's it. It's
like,
a one. But if you look at Daughters of Cain, they've got like 16 profiles.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can take the snakes, or you can take Witch Elf spam and buff the movement. And yeah, I feel like the Warcry warbands with this new book are going to get a little more injected into them, just to bring them to a similar kind of.
I feel like
build.
They might have panicked a bit and gone, oh, we need to make the AOS factions good, otherwise people are just going to say, oh, you're not bothered. But then they've just got maybe like
a little bit, a
little bit too much.
Maybe
that'd be very interesting. I hope you're right on that.
So that is the Tomb of Champions, and then the other thing coming this year is the Spire Tyrants.
God,
have you seen them? So the Spire Tyrants are there's a page of fluff about them in the Warcry core book. Nick's looking bewildered. I don't think we're answering your question, Skullmunch. So let me cover Spire Tyrants first. Oh, he's like bookmarked it with a piece of kitchen roll. Wicked. So the Spire Tyrants, they are absolutely beautiful. Do go and check out the Warhammer community page. They were on there recently. They are like 90s chaos badass.
Yeah, there's like the Beastman just looks.
It's the classic cool armor with the skills of like current like sculpting and GW models.
Yeah, and then but they've got the female warrior that's just she stood like she's like turning around. She's like
there's the Beastman. There's a little dwarf as well.
Yeah, have you seen he's got fangs on his helmet?
Yeah, oh man, just so cool, like classic GW aesthetic, but with a lot of like the new world. Yeah, just built in. They're amazing.
I'll pick them up to paint.
Do you know what excites me about them as well? There's been leaks about what's coming out when for the rest of the year from GW. They're dropping around the same time as the new Everchosen stuff, which is your Archaon Slaves to Darkness.
That's interesting, isn't it?
So cool, because they fit perfectly, and it'd be wicked if we got some of that as well.
Yeah, something tied in with the battle tone.
Well, they're mega, and I'm very excited. So that's the stuff coming that I'm excited for, and I ain't picking one, I'm picking both.
Yeah.
Because they're both ace.
Fair dues, mate.
Yeah.
Absolutely fair dues.
Dice Tales, of course, is saying Spire Tyrants look good. We agree. Yeah. Brad Zalad's in. Do you remember Brad?
Yes.
Early Guild Ball fame, used to run events. Legend! Brad. So Brad is a old friend from like Guild Ball origin days. Absolute legend and all-round good guy. And he messaged me a few months ago, like, he's not gamed in years, I don't think. And he's like, I'm getting into Warcry. I was like, yes!
Good lad.
And every now and then he games with Johnny Cannon, and I'll get like it's a shame, innit? And I'll get like a 9:30 at night message, dude, quick rules question. And even Johnny has stood scratching their heads. But Brad, it's amazing to have you in. I love you, man. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, Russ Charles is in as well. Ew.
Oh, hey, Russ.
Currently watching on mute, and there's no subtitles, not optimal viewing. I don't know what to say to that, Russ. Thanks, man. Russ is a legend. Russ recently picked up Warcry as well.
Fantastic.
He came down here last week, and we were chatting Warcry. We had a cup of coffee, and we hung out. And he painted his unmade in like a day because he's a bleep. Yeah. It's probably good unmuted.
Yeah.
His Daughters of Cain are stunning, and he's working. Man, I adore Russ's work, and good to have you in, my friend.
I met Russ a handful of times. Each time, beard up, saying like, "I love you, Guild Ball models."
You kind of fan out a little bit,
occasionally, I don't anymore. Now I'm this side of things.
Now you're a legend.
I'm a bit more chilled, you know what I mean? But I used to. So apologies to anybody I found out over or near or adjacent to.
But no, get the sound on, Russ, and have our beautiful mank tones just coming in your ears.
Yeah, just my drone.
Paul McElroy says, Warcry Gobbos, enough said. Gobbos are legit. I played Clean Spite against you.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, there's like 8 million comments.
Whoever did their cards that must have been their last day.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's have this.
Dice Tale says, great to play a game without referring to a rulebook every 50 minutes. That is absolutely one of my feelings, mate. Couldn't agree more.
Just to flick through to refresh yourself before the game, and then boom, away you go.
Reese is saying they need to bring out a Lizardmen faction. That'd be cool, and I don't reckon we're going to see it anytime soon, but maybe in a year. I genuinely think we'll get another wave of AOS factions and maybe a couple of new Warcry ones.
Blood Bowl, new.
They got new Lizardmen. They're gorgeous, aren't they?
I'm just saying. I'm not saying like that's a finger in the wind and this is definitely coming. But why go through all that trouble of resculpting
a range they've not touched in a long time?
I'm cautiously optimistic with that.
Very true. Dice Tales saying, is it Paul I played at the Weekender? I killed 2 squigs in a turn. Probably because Paul then just puts a crying emoji. Skullmunch is saying, don't get confused with Archways and Doors. I told you. This guy. Flying Mammal says Corvus and the Goers. The Corvus Cabal are amazing, beautiful ones. Nick is currently getting you all the Wildstorm Designs link, so you can share that with you in the chat, guys. When are we having a Warcry day? Okay, perfect time to cover that. So, we've mentioned it on the channel. It was my job to do last week and I didn't, because me.
Okay.
Standard me.
Don't take it personally, folks.
We had a crazy idea that it is the Warhammer Open Day on the 4th of Jan.
Yes.
And what better way to end an awesome 2019 and bring in a new 2020 full of gaming than all attend and meet up at Warhammer World.
That'd be bonkers.
So I am going to create a little event for it, but we're going. Top Table team are going in force. You'll come in.
Mint.
Bring the kids. I'll hold one, you hold one. It'll be fine. Whatever. And it would be amazing if you all wanted to come and join us and we can hang out. We can have some grub in Bugman's. We can play some Warcry, hopefully. And we can just spend a day together to celebrate the new year.
Yeah.
Thank you all for your support and just enjoy it. So the 4th of Jan, I'll create an event page. It's going to be as simple as buy your own ticket for the open day and rock up. There won't be any pre-logistics. And we'll all meet there. We'll probably post in the group whatever time we're going to go to Bugman's, whatever time we're going to have a mooch around the museum, just so we don't all get split up and stuff. And it'd be wicked to just go on force. All wearing your Top Table swag. I'm not, so I'm pointing at nothing. And we could hang out. So I would love to play Warcry. And if you guys can make it on Jan 4th, me and you, Ruth, first game. Ooh.
It's a few days before my birthday as well, so let me win some games.
Yeah. So we'll have some fun. So Dicetail says, no stats on Spire Tyrants yet. I nearly swore then. That's going to be like Gene Stealer Cults again.
I didn't think that said Corvus, so I was like, what?
What are they going to play like? Look very Iron Golemish, so I wonder what's new, what they bring. I reckon they've got a lot less armour than the Iron Golems. I reckon they're going to be the blunt instrument, just hit you in the face.
Do you know what I'm thinking, actually? I'm glad with Mark's bringing that up then. I'm wondering if they've got a bit of the lashback from saying, oh, they're all a bit similar, not as good. I wonder if they've held them back a little bit longer to maybe rework the cards on them, make them a bit more. Because I'm looking at they look quite heavily armoured.
The thing is, I think, and I can't confirm this, GW usually work a year in advance, don't they?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
These were done 4 million years ago.
Right, tinfoil hat back off.
Yep. Top Table Gaming says, Untamed Beast Boy. He's so cool, isn't he?
He's well cool.
And I couldn't say that word normally. I had to.
No, you've got to, because it's got 4 exclamation marks.
I know, right? That's not bad for Steve. Flying Mammal, invalid unless you wear the pants. I
don't want to go down this route, to be honest.
I'm gonna, sure. And it really is chess. Yeah, Warcry is really a tactical movement game, in my opinion.
That's probably why I'm not very good.
Which Brad also agrees with. And if Brad agrees,
I'm all over it.
Yes, Glyn Seymour. I do think the Kane's factions are more balanced than the AOS ones, but each faction has a bad matchup. So, interestingly, I have a theory on this.
Go.
I think this is probably an unpopular opinion. I think every AOS warband is better than every Warcry warband.
Yeah.
In terms of balance right now, and I don't think they're just better stats for the points. Although that is the case in some places. I genuinely think that the Warcry warbands just don't have the range of the AOS ones yet.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm hoping the Tomb of Champions gives more to each of them, and that will make me up. But that from the games I've played and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I've made the entirety of Manchester by a Flesh Eater Courts warband. I showed them all what they do. Element sales of Flesh Eater Courts is it's amazing. But I do think the AOS in terms of power level sit here. But in terms of fun to play and theme, it's the Warcry warbands all day long.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be upset if the game was just the Warcry warbands. In fact,
probably.
I'm not going to say I'd like it more, but
you do need a bit more of that, a bit more diversity around the game and stuff with lives. Being able to play everything. If it's set in the Mortal Realms, then you should be able to play Mortal Realms factions, absolutely. But I agree. Like I saw a Stormcast setup that had like the three Vanguard shooter dudes in it. And then enough like creatures to go with them. So they had like 9 activations or something. And I'm like, so you've got 3 absolute units in the Stormcast, and the rest is just made up of cheap chaff. But you're out activating most beginner warbands. If you're just playing straight out of the box and not optimizing, you probably or equal to, and you shouldn't. With those 3 Stormcasts being so big and burly and having range and what. Anyway, unfortunately I didn't play against them, so they could be like tissue paper. I don't know, but
no, I agree. So Brad says, there seems to be some OP non-chaos warbands. Kind of just touched on that. Dice Tales, fancy the hidden agenda now. I've had a real reminds me of arena objectives. Yeah, the hidden agendas is something we we've left out in most of our games, haven't we, Nick? Me and Nick have played a lot. But I do think they add a lot to the OP structure, so it's definitely something that is worth giving a go, because it can give you that differential when there's lots of you on 3 wins and stuff. You get the extra tournament points. Quite cool. Matchups can be altered, obviously, through deployment, victory, condition, terrain, not to mention the twist. Agreed, mate? Yep. Are there any Warcry and White Dwarf scenario-wise? No, not that I've seen.
I've not seen it. I've not got...
Please correct me if I'm wrong.
I've not got the latest White Dwarf, but I've not seen it in any pretty much.
Oh, Dice Tales is actually saying that he thinks there is in the September issue, because that'd be cool to check.
Oh, in that case, then I've not got the last 2 issues. But okay, fair enough.
Skull Munch, yeah, I think so. There was also a new way to play in one called Arena, but we're going to have to check that out. I missed that. I have to admit, White Dwarf isn't something that overly captures me. It's not something I pay a great deal of attention to.
When they rebooted it in January, February, I was like, oh, mint. But I was like, oh, this is like the White Dwarf of old. Got back to it, and then I just kept buying and buying. I'm like, I don't. None of this really appeals. I'm just buying it.
I do like having printed assets, but it's not something I've ever massively.
I've already got a stat like that now, and Becky's like, "What are you going to do with them?" I'm like, "I've not finished reading them all yet."
So Glyn says, "Mark, enjoyed your Warcry Weekender recap video. Mark obviously runs Dice Tales, which is a YouTube channel. Which Mark, you are welcome to link in the comments if it hasn't already." Because I am absolutely miles behind. Glyn asked for a link to the store, which I think Nick is sorting out. Flying Mammal retracted a message. Users can't post links. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Well, do all go and check out the Dice Tales YouTube channel. Everyone's smiling. Marco Lazin, sorry for being late, lads. First time joining your live show. Well, that is not the right way to make a first impression, my friend.
Well, I don't know. He's come bowling in. Like when you're in the pub, you turn up late, everyone's like, "Way!"
Yeah, true. Way! There you go, my friend. Thank you for tuning in, late or not. We appreciate having you. And everyone's going, "Hey, Marco." Loads of love and hi, Marcos. Tom Glover, sorry, I'm late. You guys need a watch.
No, it's because everyone's used to Steve starting his streams late.
Yeah, to be fair, this is when the stream usually starts. Yeah, sorry I'm late. Been at Battle Companies. Expect Gaz to show up any minute. Where's Lee's yellow t-shirt? Lee's not allowed to wear his yellow t-shirt because this thing has an absolute wobble. We learnt that, didn't we?
We did.
Skullmunch says, "Yo Tom," wondering the same. Flying Mammal says, "Who took the photos of Warcry Weekender 2 winners?" That was may have been Steve, and I think he sent them to Andy, and Andy posted them. So message Steve and Andy. I think they've both got a copy of those bad boys. Marco is painting his unmade as he speaks. Good. Do share some photos in the Top Table Gaming community group, my friend. I'd love to see them. Nick's posted the Wildstorm link.
Superb.
I'm disappointed, Skullmunch. Last thing I said to Gaz in the car was I was looking forward to seeing that yellow shirt again. It is the thing of legend.
I just saw it and I was like, hey, I don't own anything yellow, but I'd look good in yellow, and I do. So
you do look good in yellow, my friend.
It's like
brings out your eyes.
It does, doesn't it? Thank you. Yeah, cheers.
Look.
Thank you, everybody.
Woohoo! M&M are there. Cheers, Nick. Skullmunch, you need to wait and see. Looking forward to it. Brush Baller is in, which is the wonderful Gaz Baller and his new commission painting service, which I absolutely took full advantage of. Hi all, been at Leodis. I believe we're coming up to school. Play some games of Middle Earth in the near future.
I did put myself down for the B team.
Did you?
That. So if it's a full compliment, that's fine. But
okay. That's a Steve thing. I don't know. I just rock up.
Yeah, I'll just turn up anyway.
It's like the channel. I'm the talent. I just show up and do what I do. Right?
I've been wanting to go to Leodis for ages, so I'll just go.
It's been wicked seeing them grow from an online to a little, and they're now in the second store. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. But Gaz, you're a ledge. I've already been telling everyone how pumped I am that you're painting my stuff, and I'm super honoured that I am your first commission. And I still haven't posted them, but I will. It's been mental this week,
I'm going to get my stuff in when I get in. Straight up.
Skullmunch is asking, is it Gaz? Glyn says it is. Flying Mammal is saying we love Nick. We of course love Nick. We've then got Kamelkian in. Apologies if I pronounced that wrong. If it's your first time in the chat, my friend, let us know who you are, where you're from, and what you play. I'm going to guess Warcry and get involved in the chat. And he says, do you think GW will eventually limit the number of snakes in Splintered Fang warbands? I've seen people running 8 or 9 of them. Yes. Snake spam is a thing.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't play those sort of people. One, being honest.
Why is that?
One, because it can be quite good.
Yeah.
Because you can just push. Like, they have a super high crit and you can just push action efficiency through them.
Just trend 2, not many wounds.
That's it, yeah.
8 wounds, I was killing them.
It's cheap, though.
2 a turn.
It is a thing. I genuinely think it's like any new game. I think a game needs a year because... I always quote Guild Ball when I talk matters because like Guild Ball come out and like me and Jamie Giblin will play 3 times a week and every day the Butchers won 12-0.
Yeah.
He changed one model. The Fish won 12-0 every game, and it was do. And like, people need to figure out play styles. You find out what's strong, you adapt to it, you learn it's not actually strong, and it does take a little bit of time to find out what the thing is. But it's not a list I've played against personally, so I can't overly comment.
It's like Tim with Guild Ball. Somebody says, "Oh, Falconers aren't very good."
Timmy
so
Timmy
just goes, "Right, okay, then." Goes
World's
and
coming at you, yeah.
It goes and wheels
Exactly,
Europe
right.
or Worlds or something.
Top Table Gaming has posted a channel link. Is that Dice Tales? Yes.
Fantastic. Cheers, Nick.
Tom Glover says, Brush Baller, new name. Of course, he's got a new name. The guy is making waves in the commission painting world. Skullmunch says, why do people put so many snakes in? Found they die easily. Yep. Benji B, SBGs. And do you reckon Steve and Ben are keeping an eye on us tonight?
Yeah, maybe. Just checking in. All right, that's a bit.
Just checking
bit
in.
passive aggressive, that, isn't it? Ben?
I tell you what, Ben. Sit down, make a brew, take some notes. We'll show you how it's done, my friend. It's on tonight. This is the Dream Stream team. The Dream Stream team.
Dream Stream team. I'm having that.
Have that, or the Stream Dream team.
We'll work on that.
Yeah. Hashtag coming soon.
Trying to think if that'll fit across the front of a t-shirt.
Oh, it will. We'll get that sorted. Brush Baller is saying, yes, pal, it's my new name rebranded. Everyone's saying, well done, Gaz.
Fantastic.
Top Level Game saying, Banner Lee.
Banana Lee, I think he means.
Yeah, Steve can't spell.
Yeah,
it's
no.
fine. Glitz Seymour says, snakes on mobile glass hammers, but 65 points. You can get 10 of them at 650 points. That does make sense. You are spanning.
That is maths. Good stuff.
Reese Taylor is saying, not Warcry related, but what do you think of the new Star Wars Legion Clone Wars box set, Lee and Jay? I love it. I
saw that and I was like, could this be the one that makes me go, I want to play this? But then I saw the jet bike with the sidecar and I thought, that's dope. I hate it. It looks stupid.
Got 2 core sets painted already. I say kind of element, but by proxy.
Thanks, Nick.
No, it wasn't Nick.
Was it not Nick?
I give him a day off. He gets one a year, you know what I mean? The wonderful Justin Reader local painted 2 core sets for us.
Okay.
Because I was never getting my Imperials finished, so I'm really looking forward to running some droids. Is a fun game.
I want to play it. I want to have a go of it, definitely.
So, Reese, since you asked, mate, we've got 2 full new core sets painted here, mate. If you want to come down and have a game, I'll play with you. I'll roll some dice.
I think Grievous looks mint.
Dibs on Grievous. Other than that, come down.
Well, it depends, Reese. If you played it before, or if it's going to be your first time, I want to play it as well. Jay, run a demo for us.
You could both play, and I'll teach you. Reese, Lee, we're going to make it happen.
Let's do that.
Boom. I'll look after the kids.
Yeah. I was hoping before then, but yeah, okay.
Top Table Gaming is saying in about 4 weeks. I've no idea what he's referring to at this point.
Latest trip.
Oh, dope. Yeah, can't wait. Woo woo. Steve Bonner. Gaz, I'm going to kill you with the models you painted when we play at the Leodis Day. Just saying. Steve Bonner says, Jay, have you ever ran Arrow Gobos in Warcry yet? And if so, how did they do? I haven't. So my Gloomspite list, if I remember correct, was big boss squig hopper, normal squig hopper, 4 netters, and then just a spam of stabbers.
Yeah.
And it was at about 13 models, and it works real well. So I've not tried the arrows yet. I don't really rate shooting in Warcry because usually you've got to be massively on the move to score objectives and stuff, and it's quite weak. It doesn't really have the crits that the melee has and stuff. So
and it's less attacks.
And it is less attacks, and it's harder. So I'm not overly sold.
Spend your wild dice to bulk up your numbers. And stuff
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, it's very obvious that there is a Stormcast model that can shoot you for 4 million damage, but it's a 4 model list, and then you're not going to win. You'll kill stuff, but you're not going to win any scenarios, and he's about 1 million points. So no, I've not tried shooting at all, but it's definitely something I will experiment with as I dig further into the game. Glenn is saying #Dream Team. Someone says #ProMaths. Have you tried any monsters or mercenaries? So shamefully, no. There are 2 big. I haven't.
I thought.
Have I?
Yeah, we did.
Didn't you have a dojo day on the?
All the mercenaries in.
Oh, I'm thinking the monster. Sorry, I read it too. But
yeah.
So no, that is true. We have tried monsters and mercenaries. So we had a dojo day again with John and Nick, and we tried the Dark Oath Warcry and the dude version. What's he called? Dark Oath Chieftain. We tried the Zinc Shaman. We tried the Wrathmonger, the big corn dude. There are some very, very good ones, and I actually started filming and never finished my top 5 mercenaries for Warcry.
Because there's too many.
Yeah, no, I narrowed it down to 5. It was tough, and a lot of it was I put a post in the Warcry groups, and it was voted for by people.
Yeah.
And I didn't actually I changed the order of 3, 4, and 5 from my own, but it was the same 5.
All right, okay.
The Beastman Bray Shaman's amazing. You can get like double resurrecting on Undead list. There's some really cool ones in there. And if that's a video you want me to finish, let us know in the comments and I will sort it out.
See it.
Yeah, so we have tried those and they are great. They add a lot to the game. I really enjoy it. The only thing that makes it tough is you need a leader.
Yep.
And then a mercenary, who are usually, some of the best ones are pointed like a leader.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of points left. You can spend near half your list on 2 models.
Right. Okay. So you've still got to have
a leader for your warband,
right,
and then you can add 1 mercenary.
Right. Okay. Got it.
From your Grand Alliance, so it's split into 4. So it can be tough to get the ones you want in, but that's just balance, right? If you want to go like create, because I always say like you should. When I list build, I do 2 things. Again, I want 9 models as minimum, and I go cool. What 3 models are going to get my work done, and I'll just pick 3 amazing models, and then I min-max the cheapest model, because you only get so many abilities in a turn when you roll the dice. You're going to get 2 to 4 maximum abilities that you can use to buff, because you want to one-shot everything you can to save a retaliation. So when I build a list, I pick my 2 to 3 like big boys, and like you're gonna be my ultra moving score objective piece. You 2 are my killers. The rest of you are just there. Like you're there to score objectives, mark objectives, and if you need to fight, you all go together because eventually weight and numbers will prevail. So that's kind of. So I love the mercenaries, but they make that playstyle for me tough because they're always the ones I want to use are always a little bit.
You could maybe use them in a more narrative setup game. Where rather than just a random draw where you think like, oh, I really could do with like 9 bodies here and I've only got 6.
But that being said, I adore it. I do. So do you want to take over? I'm talking a lot.
Yeah, sure. No, that's all right. There we are. Yes. Chimera is great fun, says Glyn.
So that's the bit I haven't tried, which is fighting the big monsters. And Nick has been painting some. Are they done? Enough? Cool. Me and Nick are going to try it soon, and we'll feedback.
All right, good stuff. I saw that's a fantastic model as well. So Glyn posted his in the group.
Did he? I missed it. I'll have to check it out.
It's a big old boy. Ruth, all 4 player. That was fun, but hectic and hard to concentrate.
It looked great fun. I was sad I didn't get in on that.
I'm the opposite. I think it looks great fun, but that would have been a bit too much for me, really.
Yeah, one of the
trying to stab 3 people in the back's a bit difficult.
We've done it twice now, and I'm probably becoming known for this. But I always have grand plans of really cool games to play at the weekender, but then I end up too busy just hanging out with people and having fun to play anything. But I really love the idea, just for chaos, of putting 9 boards together and throwing 6 warbands on it, and you play till there's only one.
Could do it as like a dungeon crawl. Set the boards up like a dungeon crawl.
That'd be cool. But the 4 player they played, so like Sean and Ruth and Marco, and I'm really sorry, I think it was Christian, the 4th player, had a game and it looked immense. It did look fun.
Brushball, sorry, Gaz. I'm really wanting to get into Legion. Think I might have to get a demo in at Leodis. Fair dues, mate.
Do you know what? It is a fantastic game. I really love the mechanics of the order tokens and the cards and the dice mechanics. It's great. I adore it. I've played it a lot.
Is it classic Final Fantasy?
FFG.
FFG. Do you need 2 starter sets?
So 2 starter sets will give you a full size army, or you could buy 1, but then everything is out separately.
Yeah,
like all the Clone Wars stuff is already, apart from the characters, is already available in single unit boxes.
Fair enough.
So, and it isn't like old FFG. You don't have to buy every faction to get that upgrade.
Yeah, sure.
If you do have to buy your faction.
Yeah.
So like if you buy one of everything for your faction, you'll have every card. For the game.
I suppose that makes sense.
Yeah, that's not as bad as it used to be, where you had to pay like 70 quid for a giant X-wing ship you couldn't use to get a card that big.
Fair. Yeah.
Don't do that anymore.
Of course, no. Tom, same here, guys. I had my eye on that game. Next was tonight. Need to avoid temptation.
Do it. It's a great game.
You do, but you don't really need to avoid temptation.
The only thing I ever say to anyone looking into getting into a new game is make sure you've got players.
Yeah, like saying
it ain't about the game. I'd play Tiddlywinks with Steve, as he mentioned earlier. It's about hanging out with a cool person over the table. I'm rolling dice, and if you can do it with stormtroopers, that's just like the icing on the cake.
Yeah. Cool, that's the thing. Like when we picked up that conquest box before, I was like,
I was that close to like let's go arms, but like then self-restraint kicked in.
What's wrong with us?
I would just it's fine.
Yeah, Glyn, the 4-player game was good fun. Poor Munchies trapped ghosties. I wondered where that was going for a second. Then, Porsche. I'd like a bullet point write up of that in the group, please.
Yeah,
that'd be quite interesting. Back to Flying Mammal. I'll be trying Archer Gobbo's next game. Okay, well. Fair enough. I definitely want to hear back on that as well. Shooty Gobbo was like
I love what Ruth is doing with the models. She's adding some of the cool things that happen in the games. She's adding to her models as like battle damage and stuff.
Nice.
I think that's mega.
She said something. Yeah, I think at the weekend. Did you say, Ruth, you're going to put was it somebody's like a model's head on the base? Because like one of the characters won a game.
Yeah.
She's like, that's going on the base. Like, fantastic. I love that. That's narrative, isn't it?
Yeah.
Reese sounds like a plan, mate.
I've just spilled water everywhere.
Fantastic. Apparently, Marco was mean.
Oh, Marco!
I didn't meet you, unfortunately, Marco.
Lovely man,
but,
lovely man.
I did see you, but you seem lovely, and I don't believe you were mean for a second. I think Ruth's been mean by saying that. Skullmunch, I'll never forgive Marco for that. Oh no, actually sounds like he's terrible.
He sounds like he's crushed everyone's soul.
Steve Bonnar, well, if I bring 20 Bogrots, something will stick. Fair dues.
Yeah, weight of numbers, weight of dice, it happens.
Unless it's me, in which case, no. Just to jump in on that, my first game of Middle Earth with Ben, I asked for some crossbow Uruk-hai, and I was rolling all my I was shooting at a horse guy that had behind some dudes, so they all hit. Then I was choosing who it was going to hit, and I managed to hit the horse and the rider all the time. Hit the horse every time, and then didn't do anything at all. Ones all round. It was like 6s, 5s.
Yeah.
3s, 1s.
I've always said about SBG when you take a shooting army, especially stuff like strength 4 crossbows, like you're either gonna kill a whole army and like shooting's amazing, or you're gonna kill nothing. It's 12 dudes stood there.
Yeah, they were great in a fight though.
Well,
they were absolutely brilliant.
That's the beauty of the Isengard stuff, because it's still strength 4, fight 4. So
yeah, and the crossbows
you're winning the
spikes
fight.
on them, so get stuck.
But no, it's great.
Where are we?
Somewhere.
Glenn Timo, which elf archer leader is pretty good?
Yeah, she is tasty. Now, interestingly, out of all the factions, the one I haven't, and I've done it for most of them because I love list building. That's like my jam.
Nerd.
I know, right? The one I've not looked at is Daughters of Cain, because there's just so much of it. So for the first few months learning the game, I wanted to obviously build lists in the stuff I'd played, and we don't have any Daughters of Cain players locally. I haven't seen. Have you seen them, Nick?
Adam was doing the Daughters of Cain, but he's given up on that.
Yeah, of course. But I haven't seen them on the table. So if you have, let us know what they're like.
Let's challenge Tom. Let's challenge Tom to take him and win something.
Bring it, Tom. Where are we up to?
Finish it, Skullmunch.
I think he means my video.
Oh right, yeah, because I was just like, finish
all
it.
Right, jeez.
20, that would be fun to try. 20, that with regards to the 20 Bogrots, that would be hilarious. You'd be there for a while. Yeah, but it'd still be fun. Max 15 models, Bonnar.
Alright, Fun Sponge.
Wow.
God, he is right. 15 cap.
I know, yeah. I always forget about that. Well said, Munch. RC. No winky face though, so I don't know if he means it or not.
Not even peeps. Oh, that was you.
All right,
Nick Moore.
Cheers, Nick.
Yeah, I will finish the video, I'm sure.
Glyn spoiling the fun with rules. Yes, that's just do what Jay does and make your own up. It really doesn't matter.
I got nothing. Sure, whatever.
Sean, here, Steve. Although you need to finish the Middle Earth strategy battle game, how to play bit. I only know part of the rules at the moment.
Do you know what? Those videos are wicked. Big shout out to Steve. You're killing it with those, and he's working on parts 2 and 3, I believe. They look mega. I've seen some snippets.
Yep, looks good.
Looks really good. Anyone who is, even if you are a seasoned player, do go and check it out, because it is a wicked video and Steve's killing it with it.
Yeah, especially the first one.
Must be good for you right now.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've been asking to play it for 6 months, and it's I managed to get around to it by watching one of the videos and going, I think I can handle this now. But yeah, no, Steve, this first episode of that, I really enjoyed it. And it just Steve's like, it's just so like chilled and relaxed on it. He's like, right, it's turn 1, it's you roll some dice. You've got an Elon dice in that, didn't you? I thought that was he's a really like that work, but in a good way. In a good way.
Wow.
No, I mean, because it was like, it was interesting. It was just so
stop
chilled.
Talking.
I know. Yeah.
Stop talking.
Steve, I really enjoyed the video. Thank you.
Right, okay, so we've got Glenn, and he's saying, I think it goes out the window for a 2v2 or 2v1 scenario. Yeah, trying to get around the rules there. Brushballer says, really need to get some more Warcry and love the game and don't play it enough. Should have a few games at yours, Tom, for a couple of beers. # game night. Nice. Make it happen, boys. We want photos in the Top Table Gaming community group. Maybe for my channel, Gaz. Nice. Whoa, bombshell! YouTube channel as well, Gaz. Why have you not told us about this? I am excited to learn more, mate. And if there's anything you need, ask somebody who knows what they're doing, because we don't.
Yes.
But that is exciting, man. And do share your stuff in the Top Table group, dude. That'd be wicked. And I want to come and play you as well. Yeah, maybe. Glenn says, thanks Lee, love Monster Sonnet. Oh my god, we are miles behind. We're waffling. Broke it. Right, I'm starting here. Reese Taylor says, #Glimwatch, haha. Tom says, definitely guys, sounds good, although if they are going on camera, I may need to commission you to paint me a warband first. Well played, Gaz, well played.
Money fine.
Glyn says, no hobby time for me now. Glyn, what's happening with this move to Manchester, brother? You teased us all at the weekend. Is it happening? Is it not? What's going on? How's work? Let us know.
We need to know. Tom
Glover saying, yeah, kill team, sounds good. Painting them all. #Miss Troopers. I'm trying to catch up, guys. Yeah. Apologies. Marco says I was a little mean. Did you crush them all, Marco? I love it. Fly Mama says my Gobbo comment was in reply to Steven.
Oh, right, okay.
So Tom and Gaz are arranging a kill team game, which is cool.
Mint.
I trapped 2 Night Haunts using a beast. Nice. Oh, I bet he pins them at the edge of the table. That is a thing. Literally just pin a model.
Oh, but they can fly and the ghost. They should be able to go through anything.
Yeah, true. Marco is actually lovely, but see a different side to him again. Marco did really well in the Aristea tournament as well. He was killing it at the weekend, and it was great to meet you and have you here, man. Steve Bonner saying, boo, 15 models isn't even my batch painting amount. I can believe that. That's about 412, isn't it, my friend? Glenn is telling us that daughters are extremely good. What sort of builds do they do? That'd be cool.
Anything you want, I think.
Brad Zallard said, I'm tempting to go with the Daughters of Cain. It's on the to-do list. The problem is, I've put every Warcry warband on my to-do list. What have I done? So, I did feck. We got the Flesh Eater coat. Oh, hang on, that's an Irish swear word. I did Flesh Eater coats. So we got a warband of them. The Gloom Spite, I had half painted and I finished them. So I've got Gloom Spite. I've got Untamed Beasts, Iron Golems, Cypher Lords. I think that's it. Painted.
We've got everything otherwise.
No, what else have we missed?
Bone Splitters
as well, correct, yeah. And then I own bits of most of the rest just because I'm a bit of an AOS fiend. So
of course.
I had a plan, which is I'm going to have everything painted for every faction, didn't I?
Didn't happen.
Not even close. But I've got plenty to play with, and I do love them. Glyn says, high mobility, lots of cheap models, and high killing potential, and missile weapons. Yeah, sounds good. Nick's like celebrating over there. I'm dreading what comment we're about to hear. Steve Bonner just wondered if anybody has increased the warband points value allowance to get bigger options on the field. So interestingly, Nick waved a piece of paper at us 20 minutes ago suggesting what about 1,500 point games. Now I genuinely think maybe not 1,500, 1,250. Just pump it up a little bit, which what that effectively is going to give you is your 1,000 point warband plus a mercenary. It basically covers the points of bolting the cool ally in, and I think that'd add a lot to games. Yeah, I agree with that. That is actually a cool choice. Has anyone tried points above 1,000 or below? Like, has anyone done that? That'd be interesting to know. Flying Marmal says, go Gaz, because Gaz is killing it, getting commissions and playing games. I want to come to #games night. You have to come and pick me up though, because Leeds is miles away.
And drop him off.
Yeah, standard. And then there's my retainer.
It's only Jay's drinking, but it's fine.
I need only blue M&Ms.
Yeah.
I can make these demands now. Skullmunch says, Steve, in the campaign play, do you get more points to play with? So I'm looking forward to trying that soon. I couldn't disengage, so flying was useless.
Yeah.
Marco. Well played, son. That is a nice tactic. Glyn Seymour says, looking to move in the new year. Looking for a job / place in Stockport.
Yeah, boy.
Glinwatch will be a bit easier when he's on it. I can go to his house and make him finish that Pelennor set that we've been doing Glinwatch for like a year. Swine.
Alright, cool. Glyn, DM me where you're looking for.
You're a Stockport resident. I'm not. I only work
here. Stockport, born and bred. Message me, mate, and just let me know where you're looking at, and I might be able to help you out in some way, not financially or anything like that.
I mean, if you don't mind the top one, you can share with the twins. Yeah. It's fine. What's Nick waving at? Munch campaign. Oh yeah, Munch's campaign question. I'm not going to read this, Nick. Do you fill in the first spot when you start the first mission? It says after, so no, you don't. You're welcome. See, I'm the font of all knowledge. Cheers, Nick.
Yeah.
So where are we up to? Flying Mammal says Glyn Hats. Lauren Maris says Jay, stop playing with your hoodie. It's really distracting. Well, that's the third year.
Oh, okay.
Brushballer says, ooh, nice Glyn. You'll be able to join Elements SBG group and lose to our Leodis players.
Ooh. That's
lose
a bit uncalled for, isn't it?
Do you know what? This is going to be like a bloodbath when we get over there.
Yeah.
There's going to be no niceties, no hugs. We're going to bring the pain. War boot, so we're going to take the first leg over there. But, Gaz, I'm going to crush you, my friend. I'm going to grudge you if that's a thing.
You make your own rules, mate. It's a grudge if you want it to be a grudge.
You do, yeah. Reese Taylor says, what? Gliddy's moving to Manchester, twisting my melon. Reese does look like a Gallagher brother threw up on him, so he can make those sort of comments. He is the most Mancunian man. He looks like Steve's son, doesn't he?
I don't think I've met Reese.
Oh, you'd know if you'd met him.
Right,
Sorry,
okay.
Reese. I love you really. I love you really.
I'm looking forward to meeting you.
Flying mammal, just a little, so can have extra talent, please. Yeah, that'd be cool. That would be very cool. 1250 points does sound fun. Monsters and mercenaries and warbands. Yeah, I reckon we should try some 1250. We can homebrew it, right?
Definitely.
Nick's nodding. Lee's nodding. I'm game.
I'm down to clown with that. Definitely.
Steve Bonner, 30 gobble archers. You're not doing it. Drop it. We've moved on. Come on.
40 goblin archers.
I'm just going to take them all because that's what I can paint in 20 minutes. Tom Glover says, fighting talk, guys. I love it. If you're painting Jay's Hunter Ox, I think you should convert them all to have Lobelia's umbrella. Dude, I'm down for stuff like that.
I don't know what that means.
Lobelia Sackful Baggins, the model, has an umbrella as a
weapon.
Oh,
right,
hey,
okay.
Can I, as long as I can piercing strike with it, I'm not being beardy at all. No Bodgley. Gaz is saying, I love that. Right, I'm off to find the Gobbo deck and minis. If you're leaving, I'm very sad.
Savage.
Very sad, Steve. Skullmunch, cheers, Nick. A lot of people online say to mark it off, it says start here. People envisage a model physically on the tracker and it moves long after each game. You're welcome, Skullmunch. Don't thank him. Thank me. And Flying Malice says, go, Stephen. It has been a busy chat. We've just caught up. We've just caught up. So,
pretty mad.
If I had to ask you, Top Table Lee,
yes,
3 things that are your like USPs and the 3 reasons why someone should play Warcry, or what you love about Warcry, what are they? Go.
For me, it would be, I quite like a little bit of resource management, and you get that with the wild dice.
There's nothing.
I love that.
Yeah, secondary resource management.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, it's just. I'm just a huge fan of that, definitely. I think the other one would be, it's just the variety you've got in the games.
Yeah.
Based on the card decks and everything, it's a lot of fun, especially like say if you play the match ones as well, so it's a bit more even Stevens. But if you're having a game night with a couple of buds, then just go big, have the whole lot. And then number 3, I think accessibility. It's easy to pick up, it's easy to play. Like the how to play sheet, it was literally like one side of A4, wasn't it, in the starter box. It's like roll these to get these, you keep hold of those, everything you need is on your cards. Have fun, and there's only a few things you need to refer to throughout the game. Well, that's 3. I could go on, but off the top of my head,
loads, isn't there? Yeah,
off the top of my head, those 3, especially because I sort of like didn't play too much after the initial wow factor, but then that game a couple of weeks ago, I was just like, so I just need to get a couple more in now before I'm off the scene for a little bit.
Babies.
But then again,
bloody fun sponges,
I'll still try and get down on Wednesdays.
Yeah, of course. Warcry Wednesday, baby.
Yeah, Warcry Wednesday.
We need a new local Warcry night, because it was Tuesdays, but Tuesdays has become a pain for me.
Yeah.
But so if I had to mention them, a lot of them would echo what you've said, mate. Like,
you should have gone first. Sorry.
It's fine. Don't worry. You just steal my thunder, sunshine. I mean, the main thing for me is a game that is so fast-paced, and there's always a cool story of how this model dived across the board and exploded and killed 47 dudes. I might be exaggerating slightly. And like it gives you such a cool narrative experience in playing the game.
Yeah.
But also, like, when stuff like that happens, you're both laughing, you're having fun. Yeah. And as I always say, playing games is about enjoying my time with the person across the other end of the table.
Yeah, definitely.
And it makes, like, playing new people, like, it removes that stigma of playing a new person. You're just having a laugh. And do you know what? I've always said I lean more towards competitive gaming than fun gaming. Like, the amount of times in Warcry I've gone, this isn't smart, but how cool would it be if he jumped over that wall and flying headbutted the dude on the other side? I'm doing it. Like, it just encourages you to play so fun and narrative and just enjoy it and embrace it. Like, I love that. Unless I'm playing Nick, then we don't talk for 2 hours and it's all precise measurement and tactics, and I tend to rewind stuff a lot. But that's a whole other story.
I think you'll find that was just under half an inch, actually.
Getting your widget out, as they say.
Well, I love a widget, me.
We love a good widget here. Yes, we do. So yeah, that plus what you've said is pretty much my...
I'm a bit disappointed in myself. I went down the nerdy how the game's built. I prefer what you said. Yeah, it's fun to play. You have a laugh with it, and you're just like, because we played that game. I was Iron Golems against your Untamed Beast, and we're like, oh, I don't think the Golems can win this. But then we just thought, all right, well, let's just see what we can do anyway. We did some stupid things, got some lucky dice rolls off, ended up taking it. Like you did teach me, like, I held my hand all the way through it, but we ended up like. It was a laugh every single activation. After the first way, you just get in position.
And do let us know in the comments the things you love. But that semi builds into my point as well. I love the fact that in your usual game of Warcry, like the person, like we're all gamers and we look at it and we go, I've got this in the bag. In Warcry, that changes 3 or 4 times. You could be end of turn 1, and I've done it with Steve on camera and regretted it. I've been like, you're screwed, mate. Halfway through turn 2, I'm like, oh my god.
Then it comes, and then you've got him looking at you like that on the
he's smug as doing that horrible laugh he does when he's like, yeah, you're in trouble. And that's what I love about it. It's not just like it is just back and throw and really good fun, and I adore that.
You can go from absolutely being on your backside to being king of the hill in like literally 2 or 3 activations, and it's that's what it's just got that that narrative aspect to it. Absolutely fun. I'm going to go and finish painting my hair.
We got you pumped to Warcry. Good. Mission accomplished. And the other thing that I absolutely love about this game, which we touched on earlier, is the fact that you've got this really simple engine of a game that you can pick up in like 10 minutes, but it's got such tactical depth that you can dive in and it can still feel fresh and new in 3 months. And I absolutely love that. Right, let's see what everyone's saying. We've got 15 minutes left before we leave you. So if there's anything you want to ask us, anything you want to share with the group about Warcry, slam it in the comments, because we're going to work through the comments, and then at 9:30 we're going to wrap this up. So, where are we up to, bro?
Steve Bonner, I bet I can paint 100 gobos quicker than you, boy.
I bet you can't. You can paint them quicker than I can.
He's already painted them.
Yeah, they're done. Always that further down. Yeah, he's a machine.
Get him in the group.
Glenn Seymour, if I join the Element Games SPG group, I'm just bringing Ghost and Aragon. Bring it, Glimberger. Bring it.
It's fair dues, isn't it? I suppose. Is that what everybody's doing at the minute? But
it's steamy as well. I love it. I think it looks so cool. I nearly bought that army a couple of days ago. It just looks so cool.
I nearly got it when they released the 3 hunters in the box, because I said, I really like those. And then I think you just said, a box of ghosts and you've got an army. I was like, get out.
It is literally that. It's quite a cheap army to buy. Steve on our minis terrain, mad players. Is Steve still about? No idea, my friend. Let's see if he chirps up. Flying Mime also says Paul. Snotlings, lol. Snotlings. Well, the first ever model I bought was the Snotling Pump Wagon when I was like 11.
Yeah.
And it was the best thing I've ever owned.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were definitely a bit older than that, Nick, but I was 11.
Yeah, that was a great.
It was that, wasn't it? And the old dwarf gyrocopter. Man.
Did you get the 2-part one or just the bottom?
No, the 2-level one. It was good, wasn't it? Snotlings, man, that's brought my.
They were amazing, weren't they?
Love it.
40 to a base like that big.
Always had some Snotlings to add fun to models, but I wish we were in Warcry. Yeah, that'd be cool, wouldn't it?
There's nothing to stop you putting them on bases or the scenery. You just can't do anything with them yet.
I'm doing Robin Grot and his Merry Boys. Love it.
I like that.
By the way, if you're also still there, I hope you're feeling better, Ben. Everyone's talking to Steve and Ben.
I know.
We're the ones sat here. Come on.
We're the ones busting our buns. Keeping you all entertained.
Some people never borderline entertained. Let's be honest.
Keeping ourselves entertained.
I love doing these streams. We got out of touch with it before the weekend, but it's great to be back.
It really is. It's great to be on one.
The laughs, the way it gets to turn so quickly, and the Corvus minis, they are all great reasons to love Warcry. It's a fantastic game, and interestingly, it's not going to be a flash in the pan either. They've confirmed they've got 18 months of releases planned. So Warcry is here to stay.
I think minis wise, when it all got announced, we were obviously talking about who wanted what, and I was like, I want the Corvus Cabal. Steve's like, well, Steve Crow, no, I want them. Fair enough. So let him have them. But looking at how intricate they are, I think me going for Splint and Fang was the best decision I could have made, because by all accounts they're the easiest to put together out of the newer releases, because those Corvus Cabal looked absolutely nightmare. The
Steve said they were bad. I had no trouble. I think I built a box of all 6. I hadn't. There was two of the. There was 2 of the Corvus Cabal that give me it took a couple of minutes, but I didn't see it personally. One of the Untamed Beasts was an absolute swear word. The
guy.
First Fang. There we go. I knew that. You all preferred that, right? I'm not dabbing, Nick. I so want to dab right now. I'm having to clench my hands together.
Come here for the freshest, most
I've got a
delectable
6-year-old.
memes.
Things like dabs and flossies make me cool. No, yeah, the first fang was an absolute swear word to build. I'm not going to swear and get us in trouble again after the last one. But other than that, they've been alright.
I found I started with the 3 grunts out of the splintered fang. I worked my way backwards, so I got myself into the mindset and then worked my way through the book backwards to get to the harder ones.
Oh, the dude with the snake wrapped around him, getting that snake. Yeah, that was a bit of a
getting that. He was held upside down with the snake sort of like dangling off. And it just sort of like you can see it's very clear where I've done it, but it's not super noticeable. But if you know what you're looking for, and the snake that goes on the base, I just left off completely because I've not got time in my life. For that.
Nobody got time for that.
So I've got a spare snake to chuck on a base and then get spamming snakes.
Just need 7 more.
Yeah, I'll do that. But yeah,
Glyn says #waiting for Hellboy. It's gone in your face. And the wonderful Ronnie Renton was here picking up the board last night, and he said thank you very much because it is a beautiful thing, and shout out to Luke for making it as well. And Nick, Jay hasn't posted it yet. I have. In your face. And there's actually an extra little treat in there for you, Glimberger. Steve Bonnar says #busting your buns. Yeah. I like that, busting your buns. That could be a new one. Glenn says Iris got to save up then find a place and a job, hopefully at latest in Manchester by Easter summer. It's fine. You're going to come and live with Lee. He'll look after you. Don't worry, he'll feed you. It's all right. He's Irish, and he needs like potatoes and.
I was going to say,
Guinness.
As someone of Irish descent, what you are as well, aren't you? So we can get away with that sort of joke. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, we're fine.
Be gone, right, Jesus.
Tom Glover, need to get more Warcry games in. Only played once with Gaz, and he gave me a demo at the weekend. It lasted about 10 minutes. It's a great game, Tom.
Which way did it go though? Because if he beat you in 10 minutes on a demo, that's a terrible demo, and Gaz should feel really bad about himself.
Steve Bonner, any ideas if AOS factions will get new faction minis released for Warcry, and if character models for Warcry factions would be fun? So we've covered most of this, but character models for Warcry would be fun, and I would love alt leaders. It'd be amazing. I'm currently reading the book as well. It's quite cool. Really cool.
The storybook?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
Man, it's mega.
Cool.
And will the AOS ones get it? I think so. I think in about 12 months' time they might do like a season 2 like they do with Shadespire, and you'll get another wave of AOS ones.
That'd be interesting.
I would love a Kahadran Overlord army. So cool. And all the new stuff that's coming out, like Ossiarch, Bone Reapers.
Yeah.
Just ogres.
A Stonehorn.
Can you imagine an ogre army? You'd have like 4 models, but
just a Stonehorn.
Yeah, that'd ruin it.
It can't go through doors. It just goes over the terrain.
And the terrain's removed.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
Be right back. Just house ruling something super quick.
But that would be mega. Glenn Seymour, Splintered Fang Serpent Collar. Yeah, we just chatted about that one.
Yeah.
Fiddly asterisks.
Fiddly 5-star.
Fiddly 5-star.
I don't know.
He is a fiddly 5-star.
I don't know many 5-star 5-word letter swear words, Glenn. That's deep, man.
PM me that swear word. I'm intrigued. Reese Taylor, been top tonight. Lee and Jay, you need to get on more live streams. Don't let Steve and Ben have all the fun. Oosh. God, we're cool.
Thank you very much.
You've got bony knuckles, I felt that. Brush Baller.
Thin wrists.
I'm going to stop going down this rabbit hole. Brush Baller says, yeah, Serpent Collar was a pain. My snake come off the base at the weekend. Sad times, my man. Oh, Gaz, post a picture of your Warcry warband, man. I don't remember seeing them. I'd like to. Stick them in the group, Top Table Gaming Community. If you haven't all joined it, do it. And before I forget, we've got a Discord, ladies and gentlemen. Nick's now scurrying for the
Which
link.
I found out about 2 hours ago.
And I joined about 20 minutes ago. But do go and check out. We've got a little... I'm rubbish at Discord. Like, I class it as like cool new social media I'm not ready for.
No.
I love Facebook. But we've got a Discord chat and I'm in there. So do make sure you keep on the Facebook group. But that's also another way you can interact with us and tell us we're absolute idiots.
I'm well out of touch with all that stuff. Just going off topic ever so slightly. My wife works in and around social media, and Snapchat sent us a bouquet of flowers for the twins.
Did they?
I was like, Snapchat? Is that like Instagram? She's like, no.
Mate, I downloaded Snapchat. I think last night because someone in this chat was telling me about it. I'm like, I've no idea, but I get it.
And we've got, but the flowers are like clothes, baby clothes.
Are we old men?
I am officially now. Yeah, I'm 39 in January, so yeah, I am.
Oh no, sod off! You're 39.
Not in January, yeah.
Bloody hell!
I know, yeah.
Well, Nick's had an hard paper round, but we won't go into that.
2 bags, mate.
2 bags, yes. That's where we up to. So everyone's set. The anthology is amazing. Skullmunch says, "Yeah, I'm only about halfway through, but I'm excited to finish it."
Might pick that up.
Tom beat me with his Stormcast. Good job, Tom. Well played. Gaz, rebase the snake on a 25. You have 2. Typical power game.
That's what I said. That's what I said I was going to do.
Ogre Cave. Ogre Cave. Oh, he might mean the new Morpot terrain piece thing.
Four boxes of Splintered Fang.
Nick has got 4 boxes of Splintered Fang.
Dirty.
But to be fair, you were maxing out the troops. I remember we built that list. You needed 11 of them, didn't you? Remember? Tom says it went my way. If I remember rightly, it was kill the leader, and I had Snipey Stormcast. Very nice.
In that case, then that was a horrible game to have, Tom, and you should feel bad about yourself.
Shame on you. Demo. National champion. It was a hustle trip.
Drawing a twist. Oh.
I know, right? Glyn, that is potentially the plan now. Big thumbs up. So, we hope you've enjoyed our ramblings about Warcry tonight. I love how busy the chat's been. We've probably not talked that much about Warcry, but I just can't not chat to you guys. I love it so much.
Exactly, yeah.
And we hope you're enjoying Top Table Live.
Yeah, boy.
Lee is 29, legends.age. Thursday, I can't read your handwriting. Thursday. Hang on. We're getting a hot message in off the press. Patreon. Yes. All right. Nick is telling me how to do my job, thank God. So don't forget, if you do love what we do at Top Table Gaming and you do want to support us sooner because we've got a studio and cameras and all that other fancy stuff, if you want to support us on Patreon, do check out the link that Nick is going to post now.
Got it.
You've done it, it's not sure. Oh, there it is. Hey!
Look at that.
And that is a really great way of supporting us in doing what we're doing. And there are lots of benefits. We do lots of giveaways. We've given away Warcries and Blackstone Fortresses and loads of Element Games vouchers. If you've been a Patreon at certain levels for 3 months, you get some exclusive. Never going to be able to buy beautiful purple Top Table Patreon dice.
We don't even use them in the studio.
Yeah. Even the channel host won't touch them. We're not allowed.
We don't even use them at all.
Ben gatekeeps them with a big stick. Yeah. Because I've wanted some more than once. Get off. Get off.
He just pops out of nowhere, doesn't he?
He does. Shall not pass. And after 6 months, you get a Top Table t-shirt. You get a Shield Maiden for Angel.
Yes.
Repping. Or Shield Brother t-shirt if you're at a top tier. So we will never hide content behind a paywall. Nope. Everything we do goes on the channel for you guys.
Whether you like it or not.
Correct. Usually not. But we have tried to create a platform where if you support us in what we're doing and help us keep this going, we will absolutely give as much back to you as we can. And you even get access to a super cool private little Facebook group as well, where us Patreons get to have a little chat and a bit of banter, don't we?
Yeah, it's some good stuff in there. I don't get involved with it too much as yet, but who knows? I'm gonna have some time on my. I keep saying that I'm not. I'm gonna be well busy, but a bit more time to jump in the day and stuff. Hopefully.
So if you would like to check that out, do follow the link and feel free to have a poke around. That would be much appreciated, you beautiful people. So what have we got going on? And then we're going to say goodbye. So Steve Bonner says Lizardmen Cav needs to come to Warcry. We've mentioned that.
Yes.
We've just seen new Lizardmen for Blood Bowl, so we could see it there. That'd be awesome.
I hope so, because I'm hoping that the old plastics then become out of print and people want them, because I've got about 3,000 points in the old money of those.
Correct,
Get them eBay'd.
Flying Mammal says, thanks for the natter. Night or good night, Ruth, you absolute legend. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you,
always.
thanks for joining us.
And she says, I will support you with cake, and as my body shape permits, cake is the best way to support me. I love cake.
Yeah, who doesn't?
Cake is the way to my heart. Love you, Ruth. Glenn says, I'm going to miss all you lovely peeps. Don't have to miss us for long, brother.
I know, yeah.
We'll keep these streams going. Get over to the Top Table Gaming community group and get involved, because it's always a laugh in there. I love it.
Always, yeah.
I always look forward to Fridays because I get to post the roll call and see what everybody's working on, and I love going through that on the weekend. That's one of my favourite posts. But do get involved in the chat and feel free to message us and all that good stuff.
It's the easiest admin I've ever done on a Facebook group. That's
wicked, isn't it?
It's too easy.
Steve Bonner is saying hashtag like, comment and share. Yes, do go and check out the videos on the YouTube channel and all that stuff. Glenn is saying great night again. Thanks, gents. Good night all. Good night all. Night. Tom Glover is letting you all know that Patreon dice only roll sixes. Fact.
Right.
Asterix from the Top Table people.
Really quick.
Please shut it up. And Jug Peel says, cheers guys. So I think at that point it's probably a great time to wrap up.
Yeah, thank you very much everybody.
It's been awesome doing this together, isn't it?
It's been top, mate. Really enjoyed it.
Steve, Ben, that's how it's done, brothers. If you need some pointers, we'll hook you up. But guys, it's been amazing chatting to you all. We hope you've enjoyed this Top Table Live. Get over on the Facebook group, get involved, share what you've been painting while you've been watching tonight, what you'd like to see on the next live.
Yes.
And
more of this.
Correct. And we will see you in 2 weeks' time. Good night. See you
Cheers,
later.
Bye.